What is up, everybody? What is up, man? What is up? I hope everybody's having a good one. Finally, we are here. We are on Tuesday. Okay, we're on Tuesday, and I couldn't be more proud of everybody that made their day count yesterday. Just real quick, I'm letting the Discord know that we're live. Good morning, everyone. Let's wake up with a purpose. Let's also wake up with a goal, period. Make sure that the goal that you have is something that you can obtain, but also execute to achieve, period. I am live right now. Let's get it. All right. All right. So if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Brandon Jones, and I specialize in helping you make an extra income. And today we're going to be talking about why buyers won't work with you. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because I was looking, right? So I have a lot of different moving parts within my business, right? And I was auditing one of my departments that actually is handling a few things for me. And I ended up seeing that there was a email from someone, and I actually want to pull it up. And I'm not gonna lie, most people wouldn't pull something like this up, but this is how much I care about you guys, because I do care. Um, So this person says, I'm not sure, because I emailed this person and said, hey, did you get the price list? If not, I'll send you the link. Just double checking and making sure you're straight, you're good, right? So this person says, yes, I'm fine. I don't quite understand the price list or how I am supposed to be making my income. The person said the price list has a lot of different prices for a lot of different type of electronics, but I'm not understanding the bidding aspect because I'm used to selling my items on my phones on Gazelle. Um, so yeah. So now when I got that email this morning, when I read it, I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, so a lot of the knowledge gaps that I'm seeing, let me make sure you guys can hear me. All right, cool. A lot of the knowledge gaps that I'm seeing is that you guys are watching me, but it doesn't seem like you guys are hearing me. Okay. It seems like you are watching, but it does not seem like you're hearing, because what I've told you guys so many times with the price list is that this price list does not, I repeat, it does not give you a solid just one price. The reason for me creating this price list was because I was having trouble finding a way to make it a point for my price list or my buyer to match up to other buyers that are around the world. Prime example, I felt like my buyer was hindering me and he wasn't really trying to help me. I felt like my buyer was just cornering me, and I didn't feel like he was giving me enough money, and I didn't have no way of saying anything about it but just taking his price. So what I did was I said, you know what? I'm going to, instead of complain or, worry, I'm going to put it to where I now will network, find buyers, and then once I find these buyers, put them all together to bid, so they're kind of like an eBay style. That is the price list. So that's this price list. This price list is only not free because I have to pay buyers to be a part of it. Okay. So when I sort of kind of like continue to preach on this on every video, um, it's because I want you guys to have that understanding before you purchase. Don't purchase this if you're looking for a price list that's going to have one price. This price list doesn't have one price. The price list looks just like this. Okay. Prime example, you have an iPhone 15 Pro 256. Others means that it's not a natural. Okay. It's just a regular iPhone 15 Pro 256, right? You see the market value for a sealed non-activated is $830 and activated is $740. No box HSO. That's like a phone that you would get like at a Sam's Club or a Costco's. These are $640. This price right here is not the price a buyer will pay you. Okay? It's not the price the buyer is going to pay you. It is the price that the buyer will start, well, the buyers, because we have 56, the buyers will start to up, bid up. So what happens is you get the price list, you email us. I'm gonna show y'all everything. Like, you're gonna email us. So I'm gonna walk you guys through this before we start talking about why buyers won't work with you. Okay. Because it is important to understand how to make sure buyers want to work with us. All right. So this is a prime example of how you would want to do it, right? So, hello. I have, and we used to make you send a spreadsheet, but we don't do that anymore because people don't seem to understand how to do that either, because it's a little confusing for others. Hello, I have a iPhone 15 Pro 256. Okay. The IMEI, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Condition, sealed. Okay. Then you can also say, and like if it's anything wrong with it, like um box has a dent, which wouldn't matter, but it's good to let the buyer know so they can't nitpick and try to stop you from selling or getting the money that you were supposed to get. Jay, what's up, my man? Jay, what's poppin', man? Jay, you joined the Discord yesterday, man. Perfect. What's up, Jay? Shout out to my guy Jay David, man. Met you yesterday, man. Shout out to you. So box has a dent or whatever, right? And then you can also include pictures. This is something I think you should do. Include pictures, because we have people that sit there and they say condition, and we're gonna go over all of this in this video. Grade A. Okay. A grade A plus, because it gotta be a plus. Grade A plus is a phone that is in a box that is sealed. But we have people, what they do, they literally ship us a phone and lie about the grade. And you want to know what we do now? Ship it back. Ship it back. Because then what I have, right? Because I'm growing. So since I'm growing, the scammer notation and the scammer thing comes along like, oh, you're a scammer, you know? So what I do is I tell my store, if you get the phone, it's not the grade it's supposed to be, just ship the phone back. Just ship the phone back. We're going to ship the phone back. Now, I'll give people grace and I'll email you and be like, hey, this phone is not a grade A plus. It's not in a box. It's a B plus because it doesn't have a box, but it is great quality. It's no problems with the phone. It's just not a box. It has no box, right? Now, I show you guys as well. We tell you the grades up here. Up here. We tell you. Grade A. Fully, like everything is here in here. Okay, everything. And you have people that still go and do not follow the procedure. Okay. So that's how you would start and initiate the sales process with the buyer's price list. Okay. Now, after you send that email I just sent you, give it 30 to 6 hours. Why? Because we still have to give every buyer an opportunity to make an offer. Right now, overseas, they're asleep. They're asleep. They're not up. They're asleep. So guess what we have to do? We usually wait a little bit to see if they're going to offer a higher offer. Then after that, we send you an email. Okay. And the email is going to look like this. The email is going to look like, hey, top offer is like $950 or $40, whatever, right? Please respond if you would let us, if you would like to do this. Da, da, da. If you say no, you don't have to ship the phone. If you say yes, then in this email, we provide you with the shipping address. That's it. That's it. That's it. This price list, I repeat again, this price list is not a price list that is just giving you one price. Okay? All right. It's not. This price list is a price list that has a bidding system with 56 buyers. Do you know how hard it is to keep 56 individual bosses and people that do this for a living together? Okay? That is why you go to I Am Hustler's Mindset and it's $80 because I pay them to do their job for loyalty. Okay? All right. Thank you for that rant and allowing me to do that. So, guys, let's talk about this. All right. So, back to the basics, back to work. We're gonna be talking about how does it work, right? As far as the buyer price list and let's first explain what a buyer is, right? Because in that email that I read to you guys in the beginning of the video, I talked about Gazelle. I don't know anybody that sells phones on Gazelle still. I'm not gonna lie. It's no shade, but like Gazelle is like Gazelle, is this the word? Gazelle is like Gazelle is just not it. But yes, Gazelle is a refurbisher. Okay. Gazelle is a refurbisher. And I believe they tell you they're a refurbisher. Yeah, buy refurbished iPhones. Oh, you can buy them. So Gazelle is a company that's been out for a while. And what they do is they'll buy your device and list it back up on the website. But they buy your device, refurbish it, do what they have to do, and then they'll just literally put it back up. This is not a buyer. I don't think we are understand. Buyers don't have websites. Okay. Right. And the reason I say that is because a refurbisher's price is going to be different than a buyer's price. So a buyer, you're using buyers to develop connections. Buyers pay you based upon market value and demand. Refurbishers, they pay you based upon their consumers, what their consumers will pay. Two different things. Okay. Two different things, guys. Two different things. Okay. Just two different things. And I'll make a video, even though I think I did already, but I'll make a video today about it and I'll put it out today or tomorrow. The difference between refurbishers and buyers, wholesale buyers. Okay. If you are watching this and you're phone flipping and you're phone flipping or you are looking into phone flipping, you will become a buyer. You won't be a refurbisher unless you're literally sitting there and taking phones, not just taking them as they are, but you're taking these phones, making sure the batteries are back at 100%, making sure that the screens are up to date as far as making sure they're a certain quality. It's certain things you got to do as a refurbisher. Okay. Now, Sorry, guys. Got another store host. I got a store owner asking me right now how much for boxes. Yes, I sell the adapters. I can do $5 for uh $5 each for how many? Like 30 y'all? For like 30? I'm trying to think. Yeah, we'll do. Uh yeah, there we go. All right. So back to what I was saying, right? So when it comes to these buyers, it's more so about, and again, like that's why you want to sell electronics, y'all, because you have, if you network with the store owners, I'm sorry to get off topic, but you know how I get. I want to give you information. If you network with people around you, especially like phone stores around you, and you have a plug to get accessories and stuff, they'll hit you up and they'll be placing orders. I'm telling you, I had an order yesterday that I made $556 off of selling cables. Like, I'm telling y'all, like it's money in that as well. But stick back to the phone flipping. So as far as the phone flipping, when it comes to the buyers, right? The benefits of selling to buyers, you get an income source. Of course, the reason why you want to mess with a buyer instead of a refurbisher is the buyer is more intimate. So you can go ahead and network and work with a buyer. And when you network with that buyer, you'll be able to sit there and rely on them no matter how many phones you got, no matter what time of day it is. It's been times where I needed money when I was young. I needed money to go to Atlantic City or something, do something. And I had a phone. I'm like, yo, such and such. Can you buy this phone right now? And it's like 11 o'clock at night. He's like, yeah, pull up to my house. And I pull up and I end up selling him the phone. And I go about my day. It's like once you develop the connection, it's limitless options that you can contribute to and you know what I mean, be able to access. Okay. So that's sort of kind of where I recommend you to work with a buyer. If you work with buyers, you get more of a intimate connection, which then in regards to you and your business, you have flexibility. You work with a refurbisher, somebody that's refurbishing phones, a company that has a website, a company that is like We Buy Cellular. You're working with people that, I'm not gonna lie, it's not gonna be a personal connection at all. It's just business, and that's okay. But you're not gonna be getting the consistency. Okay. Another reason is you get market value. So these prices on a price list, and I'm gonna keep going back to this prices because it seems as if we have a knowledge gap on a price list. These are not the prices buyers are going to pay you. These are market value prices. Okay. If you do it the right way, you're going to be able to get more, but you have to understand these are market value prices. Okay. Cabinet lights. I need these for a job site. You need those exact ones, question mark, or just USB chargers, question mark. All right. So next, all right. Again, market value is the value of devices in the market. So that means I'm telling y'all exactly how we do it. We take the 56 buyers every single other day. They'd send me a price list of what they want to offer on the price list, if that makes sense. Okay. A whole bunch of prices, a whole bunch of numbers. I then add every number up for every single buyer. And then I divide it by 56. That gives the market value. That gives the median. Okay. So that's how that works. Like I'm literally not hiding anything from you guys. I'm telling you guys how it works. Then I come up with these prices. These prices are not to seem sexy. Okay. They're not the same cute. They're not the same lucrative. You want to know why these prices are what they are? So that when you go on offer up, let's say iPhone 15, right? When you go on offer up, iPhone 15, when you go on offer up and you see prices like 900 freaking oh, that's a max. Hold on. Before I start snapping, y'all know how I get when I start snapping. You feel me? All right. iPhone 15, $480. Man, let me see what the market value is. 420. All right, bet. I know for a fact I'm not paying that. So what I would do, I'm gonna say, okay, hey, I can do. I pull out my calculator. Like this is literally how you do it. Calculator. Pull out the calculator. You know the market value is $420. Now I'm going to subtract what I want my profit to be. I personally would say starting out, just make your profit like $50 or $60. It's not that deep. Start out slow. So we just say $50, right? 370 is my ceiling. That means I don't want to offer no more than 370, right? Oh, just stay with me. No more than 370, right? So I'll say to the guy, okay, I can do 350. Do you still have the box? This is not a script. You don't have to say this. This is what I say. I'm just showing y'all what I say, right? I give them an offer, then I ask a follow-up question so that they respond. I don't expect them to agree to this right away. I'd rather them negotiate up so that they feel like they won. Okay. Boom. So that's why we put the prices. Let me explain to you why, right? Now, boom. Let's say we get this sale. Okay. Every sale is not meant to be gotten. Let's make that clear. But let's say we get this sale. And let's say we get this sale for what I offer that person. 350. Let's say we get it for 370. Okay. So now we got the sale for 370. We go back to the price list. We then send the email. I think I deleted the email, but we send the email like I showed y'all how to do in the beginning, right? You send the email. Now, you know the market value is 420, right? So 370 we got the phone for. But we know that the market value is 420. That means don't worry about the minus. That means we make a $50 profit already. But guess what? When we send that phone to the buyer via email, the buyers are now bidding on this 420, not on a 370, on the 420. This is the starting price. So boom, a buyer might say, you know what? I can pull it up. I can pull up. We get sales every day. So I'm gonna pull up the last iPhone unlock 256 that we brought. I can see it from receipts. Hold on one second. I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna show you guys how much a buyer actually ended up bidding for that. For 15 unlocked, 15 unlocked, 15 unlocked, 15 unlocked. Okay. So okay. So for 15 unlocked grade A, $520 is the most. $520 was the last price that somebody paid for this, right? But let me tell y'all why the prices are so low on here. Because when you sit here and you paid 370, right? A buyer offer you 520 minus that by your initial investment. That's $150 profit because you didn't overpay. So again, understand the price list. You don't pay for the price list for a price. You pay for the price list for a tool. You understand? This is a tool. This is not, oh my God, okay, the buyer is going to pay me $420. Great. No, that's stupid. Why have one buyer when you can have 56? Why limit yourself? And that is where you have to understand business. You're a business now. You're working your way to the point to where you're trying to build, right? So what we do is we handle it in a business sense. Do you think that a phone store is going to pay the amount that you pay for phones? Ask yourself that. Like me having a store, A person walks up in my store with the iPhone 15, and a person walks to you on the street with the iPhone 15. Who do you think is going to get the phone for cheaper? You or me? Or you or my store? My store. You want to know why? Because they have a metric system. You're going over one buyer's price. So if you go over one or go off of one buyer's price, you could be paying too high for the device. So you mean to tell me I'd rather pay a high amount for a device or a higher amount for a device as long as I make money? Or would you rather maximize your profit? That's what this price list does. Okay, guys. I'm gonna digress because y'all know I'm about to get in my mode. Start snappity dabbity. Pretty girl in there. I'm good. How are you? I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. All right. So, and shout out, how are you? You doing good? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a great week, had a great weekend, a great Easter as well. All right. So the next benefit is sell to buyers, right? So you get to sell to 56 buyers. That's not easy. It's not easy. To sell to 5 buyers ain't easy. Most people don't got 5 buyer connections. Okay. And if I could, I would connect everybody with all 56 buyers, but they don't want that. They don't want that because it's too much of a headache. It's too much of a headache. I had a guy send me an iPhone 14 Pro, right? iPhone 14 Pro. The guy says it's a grade B plus. Grade B plus means that there's no damages on the phone. It just doesn't have a box, right? He sends the email to the buyer saying that he has an iPhone 14 Pro or 15 Pro, whatever. But he said it was a grade B plus. So he ships the device. They tell him how much they're going to pay. He ships the device. The device is nowhere near like what he said it was. Do you think that buyers want to deal with that? No, they don't. So I'm dealing with it. My people are dealing with it. And then that's sort of kind of where it's like, it is frustrating because I do understand that you guys want to grow. I understand you guys want to start your business. I understand you guys are literally on YouTube seeking information, right? Because you want to be in a better place, right? I get that. But it's like, you also have to understand it takes time to build your own network. And you got to like sort of kind of ease your way in. Do you think that y'all want to know how I got my first price list? Y'all want to know how it all started for me? Y'all want to know? It didn't start from me buying a price list. It started from me literally using one buyer. I made $30,000 off of one buyer. Okay. Made this money. Buyer like me because if I made 30,000, he made what, 90K off of me, right? So, and this is back in like 2018. He made that bread. What happened was one day he made a mistake and I asked him how much for a certain phone. He sent me the price list that he used, and I saw that boy was cheating me. He was making I think it was like a $90 profit and like cutting $90 off of whatever his buyer was paying me. So I saw that on the price list because he already trusted me because he already knew I was a high volume phone flipper. So he didn't think I had the intelligence to actually call the real buyer. I called him. I called him and I said, "Hey, my name is Brandon, and I don't want to cut out Jay because that was the guy's name at the time. I don't want to cut out Jay, but what I wanted to ask you is, what is your requirements to start working with a phone flipper like myself?" And then they had all these requirements. Like it was a lot of requirements. You had to send like 25 phones. It was a lot, right? He had all these requirements, but I met all of them. So I was like, okay. So I said, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to start selling phones to you. And what you're going to do is you're going to give me the best price. Now, this is literally what I told him. You're going to give me the best price. I'm going to do 50 units every single week. This is what I told him. Every single week. But in return, what I need you to do is I need you to make sure that you give me the same prices that I see on this price list from the guy Jay. All right. He said, yeah. So for a year, I cut Jay in on every phone that I flipped just because I moved on to another phone buyer, which was his plug, but I didn't want to just cut him out because I understood that business relationships were important, right? So later down, 2 years later, the buyer I went to, his plug, he ends up disappearing. So guess who I had to go back to? Guess who I had to go back to? The buyer I initially started with. So the reason I tell y'all that story is because it's really crucial you do good business. But it's also crucial you take your time and you learn and you wait for your opportunity. A lot of y'all are looking for opportunities and trying to make money, but y'all not waiting. And what I mean by waiting, I don't mean sit there and twiddle your thumbs. I mean sit there and do your damn work and understand that the more you grow and the more y'all start to like get good at this, the more doors will come open. I promise you, by itself. By itself. Don't talk your way out of it. I had a guy, a mentee, because I do mentorships. I had a guy, right? But the guy, he hits me up. He's a mentee. We're cool. Everything's great. The mentee becomes annoying. Yes, I said it. He becomes annoying. He becomes more of a complainer than a doer, right? First, when he started becoming a mentee, he was doing things. He was operating nicely, moving and doing everything. But then as time moved on, he started comparing himself to others. He started to complain more and more and more and more and more to the point that every time me and him sat down and had a conversation, he complained. Then he lost his job. Then things started falling apart. You want to know why? Because when you sit around and you complain so much, things start going bad for you because you need to start, instead of complaining, being a solution. Okay? This price list is a solution, but it ain't a solution for your problems or your income. You are. The price list is a tool. Okay? The price list is not a solve all your damn problems mechanism. Right? Okay? So that's how it works, guys. You can sell to the buyers. You can sell to any buyer in the world if you put your mind to it. But if you don't have the right connections, you're never going to get the right price. You're never going to get the right trust. It's just how it works. It's the games, politics. And I'm breaking it down to you guys. I don't see phone flippers on YouTube breaking stuff down like this. I don't. I don't see people on YouTube talking in depth about things like this because this is stuff that people gatekeep. Okay? I'm telling y'all, this is what people gatekeep. They don't want you to know because they don't want you to not need them. I don't care if you don't need me because, see, here's the thing. I've helped several mentees get above me. Well, not above me, but, go to where they're going in their lane. And guess what? Whenever I needed them, I ain't never hesitate to ask. I helped a mentee, one of my first mentees ever. Now he's in Atlanta. He owns his own phone store. When I go to Atlanta and I need to do a deal or I need to buy a phone or if I need to check something, I'm like, yo, hey, Bird, let me come to your store to do X, Y, and Z. Sure, man. So I'm telling y'all, opportunities will come. So whoever needed to hear that, whoever's on the brink of giving up on whatever, it could be phone flipping, it could be reselling, it could be selling shoes, selling hair. Wait on your opportunity. As long as you keep executing, you're going to get your opportunity. Don't ever let somebody tell you that you don't have it. No matter how many times you fall down, no matter how many times you fall and go 18 steps back, keep going. Because that's the test. That's why so many people are failures because they don't keep going. All right. Now, you're the prize. So you have to understand that buyers are going to bid for your devices. Okay. They're going to bid for your device. And now when they bid for your device, that's when you make the most money, like I just expressed earlier. Okay. I just explained to you guys how it works. USB charger, it don't matter what they look like. They're never going to be seen. Okay. When do you need them by? And how many do you need? I can get a wholesale order. Sorry. But um yeah, they're going to bid for your device. And when they bid for your device, that's when you become king. My issue as a phone flipper was I didn't have people bidding. I only was getting paid what they would give me. I was that cat sitting at the plate like, "Okay, what will you give me? I have an iPhone, you know. What are they worth?" Now I go to buyers. I'm like, yo, I got this phone. I got this iPhone 14. Oh, you only gonna pay me that? All right, I'm cool, bro. I got such and such down the street. He'll pay me more. Oh no, Brandon, no, no, no. Nah, man. Like you tried to play me. Like you tried to play me. You tried to give me less than what it was worth. No, no, it wasn't that, man. I was looking at the wrong price list. Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. If that happens again, I won't go to you no more. That's when you start to gain power as a phone flipper. When you got buyers like, no, 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 come back. Because you gotta understand, I'm worth more keeping than losing. You lose me, you lose a lot of money. Okay. The buyer's price list, you can, of course, sell used, new. That's another thing. When you can't sell new phones to somebody or some company, that is a key indicator they're a refurbisher. Okay. Because refurbishers cannot buy new phones more than phones. You can sell tablets, MacBooks, I said tablets 2 times later. You can sell tablets, MacBooks, Apple Watches, everything. And I'm gonna show you guys. Okay. So I don't think I have nothing left. I think on here, the only thing I have left is how to do it, which I showed you guys in the beginning, which is you email the buyer, the IMEI, the grade, the carrier, email them a picture. The email is on the price list, and you get the offer back within 30 minutes to 6 hours. Yes, 6 hours, because again, in our time zone, we're up. But when we're up, somebody else is asleep, so it takes time. And then you send your device once you get an offer that you are happy with. All right. Now, what can you sell with the price list? New phones, used phones, Samsungs, iCloud lock slash backlisted. All right. So let's talk about this. Now I'm gonna go through it all first. iPads, Apple accessories, PS5s, PlayStation, yeah, PS5s, Xboxes, the Vision Pros. We get a lot of those. The pins. You can sell a lot. It's so air tags. It's so much speakers. The Apple speakers, Apple watches as well, and MacBooks. Okay. Now, what I have a lot of issue with, right, when it comes to a lot of buyers, is this. It's the blacklisted iCloud locked phones. People don't understand. Yes, you can sell iCloud locked phones, but the grade matters. The grade matters. Okay. All you got to do is read the grade. The grade is right here. you know, it's right there. All right. So I digress. Okay. Now, with this all being said, guys, I hope you guys can see how to utilize a price list. Now, let's talk about what you came here for from the title. Why buyers won't work with you. Okay. So there's a lot of people out there that buyers won't work with. Okay. And buyers won't work with them because I wouldn't even say because they're difficult. They won't work with them because they're not worth it. Okay. I know we all wake up and we all feel as though we have value, as we should. The difference is, do you make people respect your value? Okay. Buyers need to respect your value. How do you make a buyer respect your value? You make a buyer respect your value by letting that buyer know, hey, I get phones on a consistent basis. Okay. That's one of the biggest things. I get phones on a consistent basis. Like I get a lot of phones. Um, I just want to test your service out. Or you can say, hey, listen, I often find deals. I don't have the capital, but I'll be able to be the middleman for your deals. Okay. So many different ways. All right. Another reason why buyers won't work with you, because you are unprofessional. This happens a lot. Okay. People are unprofessional. People tell buyers the wrong grade. If you hear a price that you don't like from a buyer, You curse at them. You say weird remarks. It's a way to communicate. I've talked to several buyers that have demolished their partnerships with people because the people were just too rude. It's important to be professional. Okay? Important. Okay? Professionalism is key. I'm telling y'all. Okay? Another reason is because you have never, ever, ever known this buyer provided the real thing. This was me in the beginning. In the beginning, right? I would say, hey, I have a unlocked iPhone 5C back when the 5Cs was out. And I would be like, yeah, it's unlocked. And it wasn't unlocked. It was Verizon or Sprint. Now the buyer will still pay you, but they'll stop trusting you. And when they stop trusting you, you become a liability. So try and be as honest and try to do your own research, because you wouldn't like that if that happened to you, you know? So that's key. Okay. That's key. All right. So those are some reasons buyers won't work with you. And if you want to expand, find buyers, get started, here is where you start. If you don't take nothing that I said today, take that. This is where you start. Offer up. Offer up is the best tool you can find to flip phones, because it allows you to meet people. It allows you to make offers. It allows you to have dialogue. And it also gives you people close to you if you would like. It gives you the radius and the miles. And it's a good way to start. People sell phones from 6s and up. Okay. So guys, that is my time. I think I've been live for a little bit, for 42 minutes. That's not too bad. I will be live again this afternoon for sure. Yesterday I was watching the LSU game. I lost me some money. I'm sick. But make sure you guys please follow me. Okay. Follow me at Hustler Taught Me. Okay. Follow me here. I do have another page, Educated__Hustler, but you can follow me here because you can DM me and I'll see it. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys are making money work for you, and stop cutting yourself short. All right. And of course, yes, you can get the buyer's price list and all of that, but this was not about selling. This was not about selling. It wasn't about me trying to get you to buy a product. This was me trying to get you to understand leverage. Leverage. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys at the top because it's too crowded at the bottom. Peace.